Alright, so Bad End Theater was my most viewed video, which thank you guys very much. But that was only a small snippet of this game, so here's part 2. Alright, so whenever you select a character, it gives you a backstory, but I'm just skipping it for this. So, if you guys want the backstories, part 1 is still available on my channel. Anyways, we're just gonna gobble her up. Maidens are the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans, so it says aren't the best meal. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought, and feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, only if someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. People are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Let's put on a show. You attack the nearest human. He's old and weak. His bones crunch delightfully. The audience screams grow louder. Applause. Wow, this is dark. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running toward you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. So, what if we're a disloyal little underling and we play as the Overlord? Yeah, let's just, Alright. So, obviously we gotta tell him to get back to work. Yeah, we can't. So that's how they become disloyal. We fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of the talents of an Overlord. You wake to a knock at the door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. You thought you told that underling to do their job, not drag strangers in your room. Looks like they took an unauthorized break from the castle. You scold them, but ultimately you're a little interested in this guest, so you let them off easy. That underling's not so bad. It's a maiden from the nearby village. She says her role is to be captured by you. Hold on. I think I also needed them to be hungry. Yeah, this has already happened. Yeah, let's just tell her to go home this time. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world, but with your new oh my god, hold on. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. Put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. You figure you may as well go back to bed now. But you don't get the rest for very long. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. You try to struggle, but you can tell you're already mortally wounded, but what have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You curse at them, choking on your own blood. You die, wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Alright, so I think I'm going to do a whole bunch of Overlord endings. Thank God you could see this, so you already know what you did. So let's see what this is. So it kind of tells you how to do it. You have to be a tyrant, underling behavior hungry, and then he's dutiful. Alright, So, goes dutiful, hungry, let's play as Overlord. So I think I got the gist of it. Skip the intro, be a tyrant. Yeah, you wake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. Curse him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You're unable to defeat him. With a decisive swing, he stabs and cuts you into pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the Overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you your strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by darkness. I think today we're just going to do Overlord endings. Oh, we already had that ending. Alright. Well, we have to go find a hero path real quick, so let's go do that. Flee like a coward. It doesn't matter. We can get the same ending either way. So I think it is. On your way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back toward the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? Ignore my voice crack. This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is, like, right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke to the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Trusting. Believe her story. Alright, so now we have another hero way. I feel like we murder her if we say that she can't be trusted, but you have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kind of hard to believe, you feel like you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. The two of you return to the village. They had all been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. The maid quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look at you for an explanation. Politely inform them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her along the way to the castle. She explains that the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sort. Villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust the maiden's story. You totally believe her, but these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally just in case. The crowd breaks in hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town's elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. Wow, I can't speak today. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately and says that they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You're not sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions convince the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. Wow, okay. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already. That doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. Wow, this is a long one. You what the fuck? Whatever. Dash after the maiden toward the Overlord's castle. I'm realizing how illiterate I am. I am so sorry. The air becomes dark and thick as you enter deep into the demon territory. Evil miasma? No, you realize it's just normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she stopped in her tracks. The Overlord's castle engulfed in flames. You'd only taken an eye off the maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. You get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick. Now you think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No, going in there would be suicide. You will return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. We need to be regular, have a diplomatic hero, come down to having a trusting hero. Alright, let's skip all this. We'll just do regular stuff. Let her stay for a while. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He's apparently searching for the maiden who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that the whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this man away from you. I think we have to let them go to get the ending. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious Overlord bed. Your room feels empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while, until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? Okay, I swear, some of these words, like, what are these? Anyways, they have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell. Now I want to go back. I want to get the possessive one as well. So let's go back, get our sweet possessive. And then, yeah, so now we're going to be possessive. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her her wish. Tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he could steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step toward the maiden. Oh my god, if I stutter one more time, I'm just gonna stop. This video will never get uploaded. Alright. You take a step toward the maiden, and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Alright, antisocial, like it said. Alright. Wake up to the sounds of battle, heroes going through your armor. Wait a minute. Alright, yeah, this is a whole different. As the Overlord, it's your job to take charge in these kinds of situations. You rush out to end this hero's pitiful existence. Yeah, alright, this one's different. Vile demons, I shouldn't have believed you for a second that you were anything but pure evil. I'll exterminate you all. You don't really get what he's going on about, but you engage regardless. A girl's gotta defend her people. You clash again and again, but this hero isn't going down easy. You're both dangerously low on health, waiting for the other to make a move. And one of your underlings appears behind him. They knock the hero unconscious. You kind of appreciate it, but can't they see this was a duel? They don't respond. You sense murderous intent. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You have been slain by your own underling. Diplomatic and heroic hero. Alright, I know exactly where this is going. Alright, yep, here it is. He suddenly strikes, cutting through you with his blade. He didn't even hesitate. Oh, you've gone soft. How could you have let your guard down like that? How unfair. After all you've done to avoid this outcome, you can't outrun your destiny. The hero always slays the Overlord. You should never have trusted a human. You watched the hero escorts the maiden out of your castle. Captured by a demon. At least she got what she came for. You join your army in eternal slumber. Alright. Yeah, slain Overlord. Yeah, in the first video, we did the hero side of that. So I already knew what was going to happen, so we might actually have time for another one. Go through it. So, grant them the day off. Let her stay for a while. Let them go. And this is where it should be, right? Alright. You've almost fallen asleep when the maiden and hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. You're told that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very Overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. So, the group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die, burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden is crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying they were dragged into this plot, knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry that they didn't want to have to kill you. You must feel sorry for them. Oh, sweet. So, actually, Merciful is the one where we get another perk. So, yeah, we'll be Merciful. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. Overlord's true end. True end. Oh, hold on. Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. True. Wait a minute. True end, you say to yourself. Was that the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is bad end theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you'd be shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, I'm trying to be menacing, and then they throw a word I don't know. Plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find it here. Find that here in my theater. My lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guest. Alright, that is an amazing place to end episode 2 of this. Next one, we're going to finish the Overlord endings, and I think we're going to do some underling ones. And wow, that was just That was amazing. Oh my god, this might actually be deeper than I thought. Well, consider that an outro. There's definitely going to be more parts to this. That was amazing. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next part.